In this presentation, I will be presenting the theories learned in class that can be applied to the Amazon shopper's case study. There are many sellers on Amazon platforms. They can be fast-moving consumer goods or personal electronic sellers, which are usually towards the highly competitive zones. There might be a price war happening. This is because the products are easy to switch at a low cost. Many substitutes are available at low differentiation between brands. As problems become more complex and competition become more competitive, today companies have to use differentiated value selling through long-term customer relationships and co-creation of value to maintain customer confidence, customer loyalty, and customer satisfaction. As such, Amazon being the program developer, they need to be strong in the area of customer relationship management to acquire new program participants, maintain current participants' loyalty and satisfaction. Then only Amazon can provide value-added benefits for the sellers who are on their platform. Here is an overview of how a customer relationship management journey will look like. This requires a cross-functional integration of processes, people, operations, and marketing capabilities that is enabled through information technology and applications to create profitable long-term relationships with customers and other key stakeholders. First, we need to define business objectives and the problem type. Next, collect the raw data. Then, identify the relevant variables to create analytical variables, customer view, and selecting the predictive variables. Thereafter, gain customer insights from data mining that makes managerial sense. Lastly, define the appropriate actions. We need to first define business objectives, then define the type of problem. Is it a decision problem or a research problem? If it's a decision problem, it must be action-oriented. A decision problem will provide answers to questions such as the decisions that need to be made and what project must be implemented. While for a research problem, it must be information-oriented. It should identify the information in addition to existing knowledge needed to be able to choose the most beneficial course of action. Data is very valuable and it creates many more new values. The benefits of collecting customer data is in knowing your customers, keeping track of campaign or site performance to improve and personalize the shopping experience, reducing customer churn rate, and estimating the size and share of wallet. This can be done with data mining analytics. Simple analytics can reveal basic insights, while the more sophisticated analytics using the pool of data or known as data lake, drawing from various sources can unearth deeper insights. Thereafter, the data can be used to train machine learning models to do predictions. The data that Amazon collects is particularly useful for its sellers on the Amazon platform. An example is where the data collected can be put into use in the pricing strategy for sellers. Due to data privacy issues, Amazon need not release the raw information to the sellers or third parties. Instead, Amazon can make customized suggestive pricing options for sellers to consider. The big question comes, which pricing should the sellers charge? Should they use cost-driven pricing, customer-driven pricing, or competition-driven pricing? I feel that customer-driven pricing is the way to go in the age of e-commerce. Choosing a pricing strategy isn't only about adding a fixed percentage of the manufacturing cost to the selling price to make a profit or getting heavily influenced by competitors. In customer-driven pricing, companies set prices according to customers' perceived value of its product and services. How? Basing off as e-commerce site, when developing the pricing, there are various ways to measure the consumer's willingness to pay through both controlled and uncontrolled environments. Receipts, sales reports with aggregate sales data are all measuring actual purchasers' behavior in an uncontrolled environment. In addition to what Amazon panel is doing, there are also other ways for Amazon and sellers to learn the shopper's intention behavior in an uncontrolled environment through depth interview and in a controlled environment with conjunct analysis. Let's look at this illustrated example of a fictional soft drink seller on Amazon Whole Foods Marketplace. They already have the raspberry flavor in their product line and recently introduced citrus flavor to aid in boosting their overall sales. Let's say Jennifer have already tried the raspberry flavor from her friend. She really liked the brand's product line. Therefore, she has very strong preference and high willingness to pay for another flavor in the same product line, the citrus flavor. While Joey have not tried both and hence has a similar willingness to pay for both. The first scenario, there is no bundling. Jennifer's motive is to try something else, her preference for the raspberry flavor is too low and her willingness to pay for the citrus flavor is way higher. As seen, Jennifer is over the vertical line. Joey's willingness to pay for both flavor isn't high, not crossing the vertical lines, so she won't buy anything. In the second scenario, is pure bundling, where products are not for individual sales, charging a sum of prices. Joey is just above the diagonal line, so she will buy the bundle. Jennifer is not interested in the raspberry flavor, as such, the company will not be able to sell anything to the Jennifer. Whereas in a mixed bundling, the seller offers the products either individually or in a bundle. Joey is over the diagonal line, and Jennifer is over the vertical line. It results both Joey buying the bundle and Jennifer will buy the citrus flavor. In this case, mixed bundling will be a better option. The most effective way to sustain and promote the Amazon Shoppers Panel program in the long run is through the word of mouth, which can occur verbally or can happen through social media or even normative influence. Since the program had initial bad reputation, the word of mouth can also help to change people's perception of the program. This is to enable the retention of existing participants and acquire new participants. One way to encourage participants to be on board the program is through referral program or influencer marketing. With that, I have come to the end of my presentation, and here is a quote about customer value management that I really like.